Next up, we've got Zanele Hadebe. Zanele Hadebe is an experienced C-suite strategic marketer and advertising executive with over 22 years of experience, leading high team performance marketing teams to drive growth in B2C and B2B markets within the financial services, healthcare, telecommunications, retail, fuel, and energy industry. Zanele is Vice President of marketing for the energy division at Sasol. She has worked for large corporations and she doesn't buy into the concept that it's impossible. Anything, it's possible. We'll hear from her. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's put our hands together for Zanele Hadebe, Vice President of Marketing for the Energy Division at Sasol. Come on, Toyando! Let's go, Toyando! Zanele, over to you. Thank you.
Sanbonan, Ninjan, Angazulimo like I got Angazutiwa. Thank you very much, folks, for having us over as Sasol. We really do appreciate the opportunity. I think the first and most important thing is the work that Township Enterprise basically does, T, is one of the most beautiful work I've seen being done by an organization that really seeks to uplift small business owners. You know, I always say small business owner could be a one-man show of which you can be the finance person, you can be the marketer, you can be the plumber, you can be even the designer, you are everything. Or you may have got to a point where you are able to employ people and pay it forward, where you know that all the work and effort that you've done as a business owner has continued to go to then another individual who comes and places their effort and is able to put food on their family's table, and possibly those are other people who may be sunk into your organization to grow that organization. So as Sasol, we pride ourselves in being able to associate ourselves with organizations that really play a very critical role from a grassroots level. The reason why we came on board as Sasol to partner up with T was that one of the key pillars that we do support are small business owners. We have a very comprehensive small and enterprise development program as Sasol, just as many other corporates do have. But because we're in an industry that requires very specialized skills from engineering, manufacturing, and so forth, we handpick certain suppliers who come on board. They are coached, they get to be transferred, and then they get to be partnered up with the right other bigger suppliers and get on board to do the work that we do. I think what's more critical is the values that we share as an organization, which I feel are very aligned to what T does. And we talk about safety. You know, in any role that you do, I mean, as you've seen some of our speakers, whether you are baking, whether you're selling detergents in the industry it's a fuels business. The work we do does come with certain risks, and it requires us to always be safe. I mean, it could be as simple as me walking down the step, but because the wires are not in the right place, there's a risk of being unsafe and falling. So any business that we do across any industry, it has to always have an item, or rather a trait of you ensuring, is everybody safe in the environment you are in? And that's something very important for us as Sasol, and for all the businesses that are owned within our Sasol network, that are owned by our franchisees. That's something they have to maintain on a daily basis, day in, day out. I think the second one that I find very important for us is accountability. When you're a sole business owner, the buck starts and stops with you. You have no one else who holds you responsible except yourself. It's no easy task. I know I've been an entrepreneur and I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. I started working from the age of 8 in my parents' business. It's no easy place. It's a hard one, but the only thing that keeps you going is the faith and belief you have in yourself, because no one is going to do that for you except yourself. So accountability and taking accountability for whatever you do. If you choose to want to grow your business, the accountability is on you, for you to find a mentor, for you to be associated with other business owners to learn. If you don't do things in the most appropriate way and someone points it out, do you take accountability and say, I can do better? And then I think one of the third value that I really want to highlight is caring. You know, are we respectful? Are we humble? Do we take care of each other like people? And I think the speaker highlighted it didn't matter what your position is, where you're from. We're all equals here. We're here for one sole objective. So I really do want to commend T for the work that they're doing here. It really is beautiful and precious work. And when you see other big corporates who are on the journey long term, that for me is a very important critical trait that we look at. So as Sasol, we didn't come on board for a one-time chauffeur, hey, asenza umsindo kumnandi. No, we saw the work the organization was doing and we felt this is a long-term partner. When you enter into a partnership, it's a long road. You know, you don't wake up and sing Zoglobola nakusasa. You observe a person, angithi niyafundana. But you've been watching that person, you know, ngesulu nabathi insizwa izoshela. He can take 2 years like shell. How does this person carry themselves? What kind of a firm do they come from? Why do they do what they do? So that the day they put their pitch to you, they know the chances of you saying yes is 98%. So we also watched carefully what he was doing, and when we put our pitch, we were aligned. You know, it's you know, when they say, you know, it's a good story to tell, we're aligned, and we felt this is a journey that we want to go on for a very long time. So we've come on board as Sasol based on the business that we do. We're in the business of fuel. Our fuel business is not us just having woken up one day and not knowing what to do, but our fuel business was started in this country. It's born and bred in this country. Hence, there's even a town, Sasolburg, because the work we did started in that basic town, and the town has mushroomed over the years, where we have our operations, and a second town called Secunda, where we also have our operations. Everything you see and touch of Sasol, when you drive your vehicle and you drive onto our sites, there is a small business owner. I don't even like to say small because some of these are conglomerates, as I'd like to call them. Inkosi, Zamakosi. These are business people who've seen that this is a great business for me to carry my family legacy, and they've invested. So when you drive around the town, I was very excited when we drove in yesterday. At how nice, Sasol everywhere. I turn left, I turn right. And I always say it's a good story to tell because we think money sits in Sandton, money sits in Umhlanga. No. Money is sitting all over other places in this country. We just don't tell our stories well. So I'm very proud as a South African to drive into a place like Toyando and say, just look at Sasol. So thank you to all our business owners of those particular Sasols, where they basically are uplifting our brand. They're running businesses that they are going to live for their families, and their families will continue those businesses. The ones that I really would love to mention in the surrounding areas within Limpopo, and we do have quite a good footprint in Limpopo, is Sasol Kunakrao, is Sasol Toyando, Sasol Malamule, Sasol Tavani Mall, Sasol Mutale IEC, Chiledzini, and Silao. Thank you very much to all those business owners for the work that they do, and we really pride ourselves on those owners, and there are more than close to 400 stations we have that's around the country. But most importantly, the business that we do is in the business of you drive your vehicle in, you fill up your vehicle. As a business owner, that's an overhead you carry. The thought of, maybe little 1,000 rand. For others who've got bigger cars, maybe it's 1,500, maybe it's 2,000. I've heard some people say they pour 3,500. It might be a truck, I don't know. But it's an overhead at the end of the day when you're counting all your expenses as a business owner. One of the wonderful programs we have that is actually launched by my partner in crime, I call him my deputy, Mr. Maluleke, from this very, very province himself, France, is Sasol Rewards. I hadn't joined the organization, he kicked off that program. Sasol Rewards is our loyalty program, and that's actually the program that's also is sponsoring and actually contributing to this wonderful organization. We understood that for this work to be done by this team, as you can see, there are many people employed here. They come from Joburg. They get into vehicles, they pack up their stages, they pack up this, and it's a long road to get back to Joburg. You have to fill that vehicle up. In the next month, they're going to be traveling to the Eastern Cape. Those vehicles must leave and get to where they're going. They have to be filled up. So we came on board as a fuel partner and said, let us take this little bit of a burden off you guys as an organization because you do so well, you know. And if we can take that burden off, how do we ensure that other of you as business owners who come to this forum also become Sasol Rewards members? It's very easy, folks. Please don't disappoint me. You can go into any app store, look for Sasol Rewards app and download it. You're a member immediately. When you leave home and you get into your vehicles, please support the very community members who live in this community who have their petrol stations in the Limpopo area, and go fill up there and know that when you spend, you are actually paid back. you get 30 cents for every liter that you spend. It's as simple as that. You don't need to gym, you don't need to buy funeral cover or buy a vehicle and put in a car. No. Pour the petrol, you pay your money, you swipe your card or you scan your app. You get the points, you'll see them immediately. It's as simple as that. And if you've done very well, like my partner in crime does, he has a lot of points. And I'm like, he knows that December he's waiting for that so that he can fill up his vehicle, 2 loads, back and forth. So if you're not that person, others are very clever. They say, let me wait until I have so many points, which maybe makes 100 rand. I'll be able to buy lunch at least once a month or twice a month in one of those Sasol stores. So that is the beauty of our program. It's to at least give you something back for what you spend. And at least if you know, these very Sasol stations you see owned here are from people who live in your own province. So please support them because the money is flowing in a systematic manner. It's a cycle back within. It's not leaving the province or leaving the country. Our company was built here. It belongs in this country. It's just that we're a wonderful organization that spread its wings everywhere. So thank you so much to T, first and foremost, for the work you're doing. We're on the journey with you guys long term. We're not here for parts and parcel, but we're here on the long term, and we appreciate the opportunity and the honor of allowing us to also partner with you, because I know you are also very specific on who you partner with, who matches your value system. And secondly, thank you to all our partners as well, or rather our retailers, our franchisees, who also have put their heart and souls and their hard-earned cash into buying up our brand because they have a choice. It's not just Sasol, but they chose Sasol for a particular reason and invested in it, and they're seeing the returns and they're growing their business further. So thank you, everybody, and thank you to this community for supporting us.
Thank you so much. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Zanele Hadebe, Vice President for Marketing, Sasol, Energy Marketing and Sales. Siyabonga kakhulu. What would like you to do, please can you look straight into the camera? We need this one. You know, and you must give us that smile that, you know, when you've gotten all your points and you're going on a holiday because you're doing Sasol rewards. Please look straight, my brother. Please, straight into the camera. All right, while she's looking straight into the camera, what I love about Sasol, right? But before I tell you what I love about Sasol, have you seen her shoes? Supporting local brands. Walking the journey with Batu, a local brand. And obviously, color ki blue again. I'll change it from black to blue. Supporting township business. Walking the talk. Siyabonga kakhulu. So, we have, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Me. Oh no, we've got a gift for you. A token of appreciation from T to say thank you so much, Siyabonga kakhulu. Once again, everything that is inside has been bought from our exhibitors who are here. Thank you. A big round of applause for Sasol. Come on, Toyando.